Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Aradhana and I am back with yet another video. But today's video is a little different. It may be called a rant video, but it is not sort of a rant video. Today we are going to talk about Chetan Bhagat and why there is a stigma around him that his books are not worth reading and why people hate him so much, but they also read his books. So let's get into the video and analyze why we hate him so much. So Chetan Bhagat is one of the most widely read author of India, and if he is not one of the most loved author, but he is one of the best selling author in India and one of the best selling novelists of India. So Chetan Bhagat has written like 7 to 8 novels till now, and he has also written a couple of non-fiction books for young India as well. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Coming back to me, I have read 5 novels of Chetan Bhagat which I have with me right now. So I'm going to talk about these one by one. So let's start. Just a heads up, I am going to start from the best novel by Chetan Bhagat to the worst novel. So the 5th novel which I'm going to talk about would be the worst novel by him, and I would recommend you not to read that book even by fault. So without any further ado, let's get started with these books. So the very first book which I read by Chetan Bhagat was The 3 Mistakes of My Life, and this book is pretty great actually. This book is about 3 friends, Ishan and Omi and I'm forgetting the book, Govind, and this book is pretty good. I think the writing is also very good and it is not explicit as Chetan Bhagat books are meant to be. So I think I pretty much like this book, and this is the reason why I bought like 5 more books by him as well. And I am not at all guilty of reading that book because I quite as much enjoyed it. So this is The 3 Mistakes of My Life by him, and this is one of the first books he wrote, and I think this is one of the most favorite book of mine by Chetan Bhagat, and I really like this book. Also the theme of this book and the writing of this book and the content of this book, everything is great. If you want to read Chetan Bhagat, read this book, and this is one of the most perfect books by Chetan Bhagat I have read ever. If you like this book, you can also check out the movie which is made on this book. It's really amazing, and it's a very good adaptation of this book. So please do watch it and do read this book. Second book which I read by Chetan Bhagat was this One Night at the Call Center, and this book is also made into a movie that's called Hello. And that I haven't seen that. I think his books are more important from the point of view of cinema than literature. The book is all about a call center and how people work there and what is happening in their life, and that is shown as the main content of the story, and it is pretty good actually. It's a good one-time read, I would say. If you are getting bored, you can just read this book. It could be read in a single sitting. It's not very good. Language is also very simple, and I would say you can just read it one time. Now comes the third book which I read by him was the 2 States by Chetan Bhagat, of course, and I cannot imagine that you have not seen this movie. The book is in itself is very good, I think, from the point of view of a love story, and I'm not a love story lover, so but I really enjoyed this book as well. I mean, it is written in very simple language. It is good. It is sweet, simple and honest. So I think I love this book. Coming back to the 4th book, from where I started thinking that I should quit reading Chetan Bhagat, I would like to say you shouldn't read it because you must have seen the movie 3 Idiots and you will get a very bad version of it in the book. So this is the original thing on which the movie 3 Idiots it's all about, and but the movie has its originality. A lot of things are different in the movie, and the book is different in itself, and but I don't prefer this book. I mean, 3 Idiots, I mean, you can watch the movie once again, though this is the original thing, but I would not recommend you to watch this, to read this book. It's really not that interesting. I mean, all in all, I would not recommend you to read this book. I don't really like this book. I mean, there are some of the things which were very undigestible and very much inappropriate, I would say. So do whatever you want to do. I would not recommend you to read. So it's time for the last and the worst book by Chetan Bhagat, and I don't know, I have stopped reading Chetan Bhagat right now. Like, I fully stopped reading Chetan Bhagat right now, so I do not know if he has written a book more worse than this one, but according to me, this is the worst book by Chetan Bhagat which I have read, and I would recommend you never to read this book. So this is a caution. This book is One Indian Girl, and I don't know what should I say about this book. Radhika Mehta and her different definition of feminism. This novel talks about feminism in a whole lot of different sense, because you must have never like encountered any kind of discourse which talks about feminism in this way. For example, if I just read the synopsis written on this back side of the cover, then you must be getting this thing what I'm trying to tell you. See, it is written that, "Hi, I am Radhika Mehta and I am getting married this week. I work at Goldman Sachs, an investment bank. Thank you for reading my story. However, let me warn you, you may not like me too much. 1. I make a lot of money. 2. I have an opinion on everything. 3. I have had a boyfriend before." Okay, maybe 2. Now, if I was a guy, you would be okay with all of this. But since I'm a girl, these 3 things don't really make me too likable, do they? So, yeah, I mean, this is a kind of, I don't know, very disturbing book I read. I mean, she is having things after things, things after things, things after thing, and there, I don't know what is the reason why Chetan Bhagat has to write sexually explicit scenes in his books and highlight them so much. I don't know why, and that is the worst thing I think is there in his books, and I would recommend all of you not to read this book ever, ever, ever. I mean, if you want to start with Chetan Bhagat, start with 3 Mistakes of My Life, but don't start with this book. You will be very, very disappointed. So yeah, that was it for today, and I hope you like this video, and let me know what you think about Chetan Bhagat and what do you think about his books, and if you really agree with me or you don't agree with me, that's always fine. And do subscribe to my channel if you like the video, share it with your friends. So I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.